Fight On Family, Press Paradise here, and I am back, man. I know there's been a lot of stuff going on with the program. I want to thank y'all for the well wishes, man. Still feeling a little bit lightheaded, still going through some stuff, but gotta make content, gotta put some content out about this program, man. I felt terrible, leaving everybody out in the dry this week, even though I was dealing with my flu. But yeah, let's get right into it, right? Re-signing D'Anton Lynn, man, my anxiety was going up and down to a point where I had to step away from all social media and really just get some rest because I kept hearing rumors about D'Anton Lynn possibly going back to his alma mater at Penn State. And this was huge, man. The re-signing of D'Anton Lynn was huge, man. We all know that he is the straw that stirs the drink of this USC defense. And credit all the coaches on the defensive staff this past season. Even Antonotti's gone, but Belk, Henne, Bookie, all the guys back there, Taylor Mays, that was another one that hurt me a lot. Taylor Mays, going back to his home state in Washington, wanted to see him come up in the ranks here at USC, being a legend, got him up on the wall behind me as one of my favorite Trojans all the time. But nothing but the best for Taylor Mays, man. Just a great guy, great player, big time in terms of, the USC Trojans, the program. But man, credit to his USC defense, right? And this is what has me so excited when we come into 2025, because we go from 116th in the nation in 2023 to 58th total defense in the nation this past season. We saw, the ups and downs, the terrible misfortunes that this defense had just this past season, with the Bear Alexander situation, losing Anthony Lucas, losing certain guys in the secondary at certain, pivotal points in the season when you talk about a Jalen Smith, when you talk about a Kamari Ramsey, and just, how thin we were, planning a new conference, getting used to the travel, and the coaching staff, getting used to, coaching college football, getting used to, being around the program, being around the kids, and dealing with everything that, USC had to deal with in a new conference, new stadiums, new vibe of the Big Ten this past season. And with all that stuff that we dealt with, we improved as a defense from last year regardless, right? So we have overachievers both on the roster and as far as our coaching staff on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm super excited about what we're going to be able to do when you bring in a guy like Rob Ryan in 2025 to this staff. I truly believe that we have the best defensive coaching staff in America, right? How does any kid in America, not even on this roster nor coming to the USC football program, coming out of high school, all these freshmen that are coming in, that are just balling out, coming into the program right now, working out, getting used to the college system. But you talk about front seven players, man. You guys got coaches on this staff that have coached the likes of a DeMarcus Ware, a Sean Lee, a Willie McGinnis, a Mike Vrabel, a Aaron Donald, a Teddy Bruschi. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is big time, man. These are big time guys, man, in the lexicon of NFL football. Super Bowl winners. You got a guy like Rob Ryan, son of Buddy Ryan, brother of Rex Ryan, multiple, championships. And here's the thing. There were a lot of rumors about, who this linebacker coach was going to be. I was hearing rumors of a Navarro Bowman. I was hearing rumors of maybe somebody in the Matthews family. I was peeking. I was like, is Cushion coming over? That's my dream, right? But I love a guy like Rob Ryan. People look at Rob Ryan like, oh, he's an older guy. He's coached for over, 20, 30 years. I think he has 35 years coaching football, if I'm not mistaken. But I love a guy like Rob Ryan because when you really look at Rob Ryan, first of all, son to Buddy Ryan, 85 Bears Buddy Ryan, right? I always love a coach's son, as am I a coach's son. You pick up a lot of techniques. You pick up a lot of communication from your father, man. There's conversations that they have that doesn't even permeate throughout certain coaching trees because that's part of your family. You have different type of conversations when you're talking about familial conversation when it comes to coaching and opportunities. And I love the way a Rob Ryan connects with his players. I love the way he communicates with his players. He's a guy that's going to coach you hard, but also love you hard. And he's a guy that, coming from the NFL, just like a Henderson, just like a Dan Lynn, they're used to, communicating with guys that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. and they know how to communicate. They know how to, lay it out, make it easy for the kids to understand, for the players to understand, and put them in the best position to succeed on the football field. And we saw great examples of that this season with Danton, with Eric Henderson, and we're going to see it more with Rob Ryan, man. And Rob Ryan, and the beauty of it is Rob Ryan has a familiarity with that Ravens, type of scheme that Dan Lynn likes to run. And man, I think it's really going to be a match made in heaven, right? So I think he's gonna connect great with the players. And, a lot of people out here, a lot of fans, one thing I have noticed, since I've been able to, have my consciousness back and feel a little bit better, sit up for a little while without, falling over, is the fact that, people have a little bit of concern about recruiting, right? Oh, you see this old guy with gray hair that's coached for 30 years. He's not going to be able to recruit. He's not going to be able to connect with the players. People got to understand, man, it's a team effort when it comes to recruiting, right? I'm not saying I don't think we're gonna need Rob Ryan on the recruiting trail going to 50 high schools in 60 days, across Southern California or across America, right? You got guys like Dan Lynn, man. You got guys like Chad Savage, Coach Brian Allen Williams, man. Coach Bookie, Eric Henderson. It's a team effort, right? So there's communication throughout the phone that Rob Ryan can sit up and speak with people, speak with kids, and kind of communicate how they will fit into the scheme, what he'd like to see with them, how he envisions them within the scheme, and how he envisions them being successful, getting to that next level. But I don't think, any kid in America is going to be able to turn down this staff, man. If you're playing in the front seven on this staff or in the secondary on this staff, man, you got all types of coaches, man. You got young, energetic guys. You got experienced guys. You got Super Bowl winners, man. This is a dream team staff this is a dream team staff in college football, man. It reminds me of those early, Pete, staffs that had all that talent on the defensive and offensive side of the ball. And I'm super excited, man. We should be able to see much improved defense. I think we're going to see one of the best defensive teams, and I think we're going to see one of the best defenses in the Big Ten next year when you talk about this USC team, man, in terms of, we're not going to deal with the depth issues that we dealt with this past season with all the fresh young bodies that we're bringing in, the portal pickups. I feel very confident about this defense coming into 2025. When I've sat back and watched some of these playoff games, anywhere from the Final Four to anywhere from the final 8 teams to the Final 4 teams, man, USC is not far off, man. I think we're really, really close to being one of the best teams in the country, man. It comes down to the trenches, though. My biggest concern right now is the trenches on the offensive side of the ball. There is another portal window after the spring game, so I would like to pick up maybe 1 or 2 more bodies on the defensive side of the ball just to be 100% sure, safe that we have the depth that we need. Even though I do feel good about the depth, but that's what it comes down to, man. It comes down to the trenches on the offensive, defensive side of the ball. But, man, when you talk about the coaching staff on the defensive side of this ball, man, in the front seven, I feel very confident going into 2025. So that's all I got to say about that. Super excited, man, about next season. Super excited about, the guys getting on campus, working on their bodies now, getting into this winter workouts. Hope to see the muscle gains, the weight gains, and, the overall improvement of athletic performance. And yeah, I'm going to be back to making videos. I'm going to try to get another video out sometime tonight. And we'll be back on a regular scheduled programming, video every couple days. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for the well wishes. Fight on and have a good Sunday, guys. Appreciate you.